You know this is a violation. Right. This is a violation. It shouldn't be there. This access. So to avoid this kind of scenario, right? Saviynt will help you. Saviynt will help you to create invoice and approve the invoice. That is called. You know, we have SOD. Segregation of duties. It is basically prevent you, right? You know if anybody has any access, or you know if already the access is there, it can identify and it can delete the access. Let's say you shouldn't be part of create. You should be part of approval. So it will create your access in the create. It will delete your access in the creating voice. So this is a benefit of Saviynt. So Saviynt also can perform the segregation of duty violation thing. It can also perform. Right. And let's say another thing. In this company, right? So HR body ask like last month. I made you join 150 employees. And I just wanted to know. All this 150 employee. They have access to, what application and what zone and what Our role for each. Every information data is asked by the HR person. So this report also can be generated in the Saviynt. You can simply go to analytic model in analytic model. You can write a query. That query will give you the well-formatted result, like a tabular format or anything. All the 150 record data will give you. So we also have this benefit, right? So we came to know a lot of benefit about, using the Saviynt. First benefit was we are managing the lifecycle management of the user. Like joiner scenario, when the employee joining the company move scenario, like when the employees moving to different department and leave. A scenario when the user is leaving the company. We also got benefit of certification, right? We talk about their certification. The certification involve. It can review the access. Right certification. It can review the access. Review the access. Of employee. For manager. So let's say, if you are a manager, what's you under you? There is 20 or 30 employer reporting to you, each and every employee, what access to hard application they have. You can review that is through certification. And we talk about, like SOD violation. Right. We can also identify that if a person like Adam, they have access. He has access to creating invoice and approving of. Invoice, right. That also, we can detect it, and that is possible by through your SOD violation. We'll talk more about also learning. What is SOD violation? And we talk about, like generating analytic report. This analytic report will help you to prepare a report in your company. If people have inactive employee. If they had access to any application or not. So that is also malicious thing, right? Employee already leave the company, but he has access to many application. So that shouldn't be there, those things also. We can capture it under an analytic report. These are the many benefits of using Saviynt. So Saviynt also has a lot of things you know, including these things. So we have, like you know, we have your SOD. We have your analytic right. We have your attestation, that's your certification. So everything is there. So we'll go everything one by one, the things once we go through the topic, and that is not the directly. I'll let you know about what is analytic. You know what is certification. So that will not give you a good understanding. So the understanding will happen right in a context. Let's say in a context means I will be right. You show here. I show you right. Employer getting like Outlook application access. Employer getting HR portal application access. HR employer getting access to timesheet application right. So we'll simulate some of this application. We'll be integrating a database application. Database application will be integrating an Active Directory application. We'll be integrating a ServiceNow application. And for this 3 application, we'll manage the lifecycle of employee or user. So including this lifecycle management, like you know, when the employee joining will check, when the employees move over in the, when the employees leaving the organization will see, and on top of this, 3 application will see how we can perform the SOD violation. How we can perform the certification. How we can perform the analytic report right. How we can manage the IRS request. Basically, sometime what happened. Some of the application will be there in which you don't get any direct access. You have to request for those access right. It is not a birthright. It is not for everybody. So those are the IRS request. Also we'll check how we are. You know we can request application. How it is getting approved. How we can view the status of this request. You know how we can request for other also, right? Those option also will view. So covering to that and how this process is getting automated. I told you, like you know, when employees joining a company, they are getting directly access to Outlook, directly getting access to HR portal, directly getting access to technical, without any request, because this was their day 1 access. So how this access are given will also see this is possible through your policies, right? Those also will view and lot, many more things are there, right? We'll be trying to cover each and every aspect. What is possible for you and what is, you know, required to understand. As you know, you are new to this domain. Okay, so we'll covering all this topic one by one. So now it is up to you. Like you know, it's your part. So any question, guys? Here, from the tool perspective, you will be covering each and every option available in nature. Yes, I'll be covering any kind of all the topics, whatever is available here. So this is, like you know, the mostly thing will be working in admin because you know this admin, it is related to all this topic. I think you know it had to refresh it. Okay, any other question? So I'll be covering this ARS model. Yesterday right, we talked about segregation of duty. This role model is we'll talk about, like you know, how we can, you know, deal with a role right. This role is something different, right? This is for you know role, mining. We'll also talk about what is a role mining. Okay. So those information of those things will cover it up, okay. And you have many more things. Let me show you.